What's up, guys? Thank you all for tuning into my 6th episode of Project Renaissance Man. Tonight I'm going to be talking about accountability. Accountability is huge when it comes to goal setting and really chasing after your goals. And in turn, when you accomplish goals, those are things that are going to help you become that much closer to becoming Renaissance men and Renaissance women. So I'm going to get started by saying that I feel that this is a very fitting topic for this episode, especially with it being around this time of year. Where New Year's is right around the corner, and you always hear of people talking about how they can't wait for the new year because they're going to do this and they're going to do that and they're going to be all new people, and stuff like that. And it's just like, when I think about it, I think that it should not be a start of the new year thing, but more so an all year, every year sort of thing. We should always be trying to be better versions of ourselves. So with that being said, I'm going to kick it off with a few pointers that I feel are going to help you in goal setting and accomplishing goals. So the very first one is what I like to call prioritization through value. If something means enough to you, you prioritize it. If it has a certain level of value, you will prioritize it. You will make time for it. And so a lot of things I think that should be prioritized are not, because they aren't valued the way they should be. So, for example, if you really want to work out, if you really want to get fit, if you really want to become more intelligent, you should value those things enough that you're going to make them priorities. And so what I recommend is making time. You always hear of people saying, I would do it, but I don't have enough time. No, that's bullshit for the most part. A lot of times it's just an excuse. They're making time for things that don't really matter to them, rather than making time for things that are going to better them as individuals. So make time, whether it be before work. It may not be the most comfortable thing to do at first, but your body will get used to it and it will thank you for it later. Or after work, if you have to push yourself a little harder until you get to that point where you feel more conditioned in pursuing these goals and stuff. So the next pointer I have for you guys is to make a checklist. Written record helps a lot. You'd be amazed. Like, anytime I write things down and I have a checklist and I have the boxes that I'm going to check off, I usually get everything done. I find a way to get everything done in a very timely manner. So the way I like to organize a checklist is I like to have these tiers of difficulty that correspond to the different goals that I'm setting for myself. So, for example, one goal could be a short-term goal, and that goal could be that I ask Heidi out tonight. Heidi is this girl I had met at one of the cafes around here. Really sweet girl, and we hit it off real well, and there seems to be a really good connection there. So that could be a short-term goal. Tonight I'm going to ask her out. I'm going to see if she wants to go out and get coffee and walk around and check out the art galleries and stuff some night. And then my long-term goal could be mastering a certain technique in mixed martial arts. So maybe I want to master the triangle choke. I want to get it down so I can slap that thing on quickly and smoothly and very effectively. So the long term, of course, is going to take me a lot longer to develop that skill and master it, even more so to master it. Whereas to go ask this girl out, I could just do it tomorrow night or whatever. So what I do is just give yourself a time frame. That way, and make sure it's reasonable so you're not overwhelming yourself. But give yourself a time frame. That way you're obligated to get it done within a certain amount of time. But like I said, one that's reasonable so you're not making it so difficult or putting too much pressure on yourself. So for the first goal, the short-term goal, asking her out, I'm probably going to say within 2 days, I got to get my ass down there and ask her. Nailing the triangle choke, I'm going to give myself 2 months. We'll say 2 months, just to be on the safe side. So you give yourself some cushion there, all right? Because you got to account for other things. Like, if I'm going into mixed martial arts, I'm not just learning and focusing on the triangle choke. I'm focusing on all other kinds of things. So all those other things are taking some of my time. So that's why I got to consider those things when making a determination as to what I want my time frame to look like. And of course you want to add what I like to call incentivization. So if I'm to ask Heidi out, whether she says yes or no, because I'm carrying out my goal, which is to ask, not necessarily to get her to say yes, but to ask her, then I should reward myself, and that's where the incentivization comes in. So if I ask her, I'm going to get myself a vanilla chai latte, regardless if she says yes or no, because that's the goal, is to ask her. Now, for the long-term goal, maybe what I'll do is I'll go out and I'll get myself a music CD if I'm able to nail that arm triangle or that triangle choke within 2 months. So, yeah, that's how I like to do things. And of course, what your reward is, it's going to carry a weight equivalent to the effort. So that's why me going out and asking Heidi out is not going to give me as big of a reward as mastering the triangle choke, because the triangle choke takes longer and it's probably going to be a little harder for me to do. And the last pointer I have for you guys is journal accomplished goals. When you journal, what's so beautiful about this is this solidifies our confidence, because we end up having these records which remind us of what we were able to do. It's basically proof of our capabilities. And if you think about it, a lot of these things, when we look back at them, we could say, man, I remember when I doubted myself and I was doubtful that I could do that. But look, here it is on paper. I did do that. So it's great reference for looking back at this. And then also, that in turn entices us with possibilities. It gets us to develop this mindset where we're asking ourselves, what else can I do? If I was able to do all of these things, and a lot of these things being things I had once doubted, what else am I able to do? So it really reinforces a positive mindset and a confident mindset. Well, guys, I think that's all I got for y'all tonight. Like I said, I hope you guys are having a great Christmas. And I'm going to let you guys go now. But if you like this video and you feel it has benefited you, please give me a like. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And I will see you all on Saturday. Peace.